Well, hello, I am Helen Terry here at Soma Ranch, and I am having a lovely conversation with the one, the only, the fabulous Mr. Paul Duff. We've been dancing together for a while, and Paul became part of our 30-30 group this year. And now I'm super excited that he has accepted the invitation to join what we're calling our fabulous rock star teens. This is a small group of fantastic, relatively new teachers that can really hold their ground, great personalities, and I see amazing potential in each of them, and particularly Paul, I see such wonderful potential and also just heart, how you share. So I'm looking forward to getting to know you better, looking forward to really being a student, which I don't often get to do. But then I'm also really excited of what you're going to be bringing to the group. So please just introduce yourself first of all, just like your name, maybe where you're from, a little bit of your background and why you're here.
So I am Paul Duff. I grew up mostly in New England, Maine, and Massachusetts. Went to college in upstate New York. Have lived in California for the last several decades. I have been working in the fitness industry in various roles since the late 80s. Worked as a fitness instructor, aerobics director, personal trainer, massage therapist. So Nia is a newish modality for me, and I love it. I'm so excited to be moving into that space. Yeah, so that's me.
Yeah. What kind of style Nia do you like? What do you really like about Nia? And that kind of also lends with, and also how do you like to teach?
So I know people define Nia in lots of different ways. For me, the secret sauce is variety of movement. So yes, movement heals. What I love most about Nia, as opposed to a lot of other practices, is we work with movement personalities. We work with the FAMs, flexibility, agility, mobility. We dance emotions. And each one of those is a way to encourage movement variety, to get your body to move in a way that maybe it's not used to, or maybe in a way that it really loves, but to go a little deeper. But each and every class is an opportunity to encourage our bodies to grow, or to change, or to stay healthy. So it's that variety for me, which I also love as a teacher, because there's so much you can focus on this one weekend and this one weekend. There's no need to be in a rut, which I love, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely it does. And something I love about the way you move and the way I have a sense of how you teach is feel like you really come from a place of embodiment, in that you already have this skill to be in your body and you share your heart in a beautiful, unique way. We had this conversation earlier, we're talking about microphones and stuff. And I said, really, Paul, I would love to take a class where you talk minimally, if at all. And so, for example, the TikTok video stuff that you've done, where I feel like in 90 seconds you just speak volumes through your body and through your personality, and that just unique sparkle that you've got. So I'm hoping that part of your teaching style will be you're not going to talk too much. Does that sound right?
It's interesting because I love words, and you're right, that there is a certain joy in guiding with physical cues, or trusting that people will find their way with you. That trust is an energy in and of itself that is so nourishing. So yes, I'm going to be working towards that.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you. And what have you enjoyed, or anything you want to, if there's some people new to our 30-30 group, people that haven't already experienced this, basically we do a challenge of 30 days. Could you move for at least 30 minutes? Half our classes are 30 minutes long, and they're the classes that Paul's going to be teaching predominantly. And then the other classes are 60 minutes long. So people have a choice of 30 or 60. And the actual challenge, which is a personal challenge, is what if for 30 days I challenge myself to move for at least 30 minutes a day? And the good news is when you can't attend the classes live, we do provide a 24-hour recording. So there's also overlap. Like on one day when I'm doing a 60-minute class, if somebody still wants to only do 30, they do still actually have the recording from the day before. So with all of that, which is really introducing our 30-30, which you came into a couple of months ago, Paul, for someone that's new to the group, can you share anything from your perspective of what it was like coming into the group and what people might expect?
Honestly, when I first stepped in, I was anxious about, could I show up enough? Could I move that often? And the combination of being able to do things live and do recordings is perfect. I also love the fact that there is a continual encouragement that it's not that you need to move in 30 minutes exactly like Helen is, or exactly like Natasha is, or exactly like Paul is. It's moving for 30 minutes a day. We're providing a space, holding space for you to move. And if you want to lie on the floor and rock and enjoy and experience floor play for a half hour while we're dancing on our feet, that is that's one of the things I love about Nia is we're encouraging movement variety, and you choosing how you greet that movement. So I never feel the pressure that I need to keep up with Helen. It's again, it's a more personal, I want to move. How does my body want to move? What feels good today? Oh, good. Okay, this feels, and working towards doing that with a sort of consistency in some way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does very much so. And you help for me. I think one of the things you're sharing here is that in Nia, in general, and also in our group, well, two things. This month, our focus is yes, I can. And we're playing with that going through the holidays into the new year every year. What are those things that I can just find that confidence, say, yes, I can. And also that community, yes, we can together. And that leads into January. Our focus is going to be joy. But what the underpinning of joy is choice and the ability to have choice. And with me, that also brings up the aspect of freedom, that I really am free to choose according to my body's way how I want to do the class. And yeah, like there are sometimes people who are doing the class laying down, or sometimes people will click off their screen, and it's totally okay to be in the live experience, but not necessarily always needing to be seen. And then the backup of the recording, I think, also gives that extra, not only an extra sort of buffer, but even more of people can really personalize this experience. I know some people who like the class, they'll come back and listen to that class again while they're walking their dog and feel inspired with the music and the words. And I think the conversations of the community at the beginning and the end of classes is like that glue that helps us all stick together. Yeah. Yeah, so I think what you shared there is choice. Yeah, everyone does it their own way, and acceptance. I think, as a community, everybody is welcome. So, Paul, I am thrilled that you're going to be teaching. So, thank you so much for joining our group and for what you bring. And really looking forward to getting to know you better next year. Thank you.
Likewise.